Alright, hey guys, JK the Plague here doing another drop in game. We see we have etc. I see we have Crispy C in this game. White Man IRL, PvP. That's all I really recognize in this game. So anyways, here we go. We're just going to get right into this game. We actually see an invasion coming out, forcing a flash out of bears already. Holy crap. Didn't take very long for that, but red team went already with the invasion on. Who is the jungler? Let me just move all this stuff around. I'm just going to click on this guy. Let me just move all the stuff around really quickly. Get everybody into their positions. Who is middle? Oh, Brand is duh.
Minions have
Dude,
spawned.
looks like GP is going to be in the jungle. The Jarvan's in the jungle. Trinity top. I haven't seen that in a very long time. Actually, no. I think it's GP support. No, it'd be Nuna's support. No, Nuna's in the jungle. I don't even know. This is weird. Anyways, red team deciding not to take the blue buff. They just kind of ward it and just kind of leave. Not really gonna steal any buffs. Probably want them to think that they're taking it, and they probably head back to their own buff just to try and see if they were there. Jarvan's just gonna come in a little bit late though to that. Blue team here sitting though, waiting in the works. This could be dangerous for little Asian. Crispy SC just has to go a little bit further. They walk out of the bush though, a little bit too early, but look at all the damage he takes from that. Little Asian already going to be forced out of that lane super early by Crispy SC, and that's just kind of the power of GP support, is that he does have that nice long-range poke. He's very good at level 1. Now top lane, as we talk about this one, White Man on Tryndamere up against Lee Hyoi Ryu. Let's call him Lee. As I really think Irelia is gonna be able to take this a little bit early, but once Tryndamere gets kind of scary, it's gonna be a little hard for him. But Corki already being forced back at level 1, that is going to be huge. Especially when you have Ezra actually up top. I missed the first blood. Let's go back. Wasn't expecting that to happen. White Man taking a lot of damage from that. As he comes in, let's just see what happens here. He kind of tanks some minions a little bit, but here's the nice stun by Hyoi. There's the ignite onto both of them as well. White Man taking a lot of damage. There's the Q to help finish up that kill. Able to secure it. And that's going to be an easy first blood for Irelia. And now this lane is pretty much going to be very simple for Irelia. She's going to be able to buy those items. Jarvan actually coming down bottom. He's going to be looking for a gang. Oh man, and little Asian already put down super low. 100 health again already. Jarvan needs to come in here, try and get some pain out onto these guys. Going to be able to land the knock up on GP, but that's it. There's a nice hook onto Ezra. Ezra taking lots of damage, forced to utilize that flash. The exhaust is on a Crispy C. He's forced to flash as well. Blitzcrank hook not going to be up for another 10 seconds though, so they're not really going to be able to capitalize on the damage that they did, but little Asian will be able to just heal up here. Will Korean just sit in this bush though and try and get something to happen here? They might. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm just gonna call him Ezreal. Is kind of getting pretty dang far. Hawk is coming around. This could be dangerous. He has no flash. He has his arcane shift. There comes the knock on to both of them. Corky not coming in time though. The exhaust on the Korean, but Blitzwing able to pick up that kill. SoKorean does not. He's gonna go down to GP, but in turn, Corky's able to pick up that kill. So little Asian gonna be able to turn that around. The minions are doing quite a bit of damage to him though, but little Asian able to get out of that just fine, helping himself pick up those kills. Gonna be able to turn that lane around. It was looking very bleak at the beginning, but thank God for that, they were able to turn that around. Meanwhile, back up top, let's see how Irelia is gonna be able to fare with this newfound power of this. Wow, is CCH PvP really zoing out a Brand, or is he just waiting for those minions? I mean, he doesn't have to worry about losing any minions. Back up top, there seems to be a fight going on. White Man IRL is just taking so much damage from this. He's going to get a spin out of there and Q, but the sustain from Hiyori is just so high right now. He's got those health potions. You see Tryndamere chugging those potions as well. He actually looks like he had 4 potions. White Man IRL just constantly getting pushed out of the lane. The only thing you can look at that is good out of this is that, you know, he will kind of be a monster late game, but in this laning phase against Irelia, he is just not going to be doing well at all until he can get higher, get some more items, and try and get a little bit more sustain. He needs to probably get some lifesteal out of this, because frankly, he is just going to constantly fall more and more behind. If you look at the CS, actually, it is 20 to 18. Actually, they're doing relatively even. Jarvan coming in for a gank. I thought I really awarded that, but I guess not. Where is the ward at? They pinged it. Oh, there is the ward. So they do see it. But Irelia's going to actually just come and phase check this. Well, I'm not sure that's the best idea. But, oh, never mind. Brand's actually coming up for a little bit. Can she land the stun on anybody else? She's trying to jump on the Jarvan. Jarvan's going to land the knockup, though. There comes the Pillar of Flame onto Trinimir. Trinimir not going to be able to turn around. He lands the slow onto this. They are worried about someone else coming up. Nunu's actually coming up. It looks like for a little bit of support, etc. Trying to do so what he can. 7Hawk, can he get an engagement on here? Land tries to get the hook. Not able to get it. Was a prime opportunity, but they are pinging onto Jarvan. Bears could be in a horrible position here. Here comes the snowball from that. Brand actually kind of not doing some excellent pathing, but Trinidad coming down here as well. He's trying to get the flash ignite. He actually manages to get it, but he might die in return. So it's going to be a trade 1-for-1. But Irelia coming in as well. I really think, Cassidy coming up here. He is not level 6 though, so I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do too much. He's going to only be able to land a Q and a slow, so not really much going to happen there. In fact, they're just going to let it go completely. But Cassidy probably come out slightly ahead in that, I feel like. And actually, no, he did not. I thought he would farm a little bit better than that, but I guess all he had was 30 CS. So Brand coming out ahead in the middle lane. As for the junglers, I mean, Nunu is kind of more a support type of jungler in the long run. He's a support tanky type, so he's not really going to be benefit, too much from the gold. He can survive without all that extra gold. But Crispy FC is going to get knocked up. They're turning onto 1-2-3, but they're not really able to capitalize on that. Little Asian, he has blue. I'm not sure why he's not capitalizing with this blue as much as he can. But SoKorean coming in, doing what he can, but he's going to get spotted by that ward super easily. Where it is, there it is, in the river. He's just gonna get spotted by that, no problem. But I mean, Little Asian has this blue buff. It has just run out. I feel like I didn't see him utilize it very well. Again, I was not watching. I mean, he is pushing him back. Ezreal did go back to buy, but I mean, he is losing out in CS. He actually picked up a pot of fortitude as well, trying to bait a fight. I'm not too sure why. Oh man, Hiyori is level 6. He's turning on IRL. Trinimir just hit level 6. I'm not sure if she noticed that, but he is just taking so much damage. Can he force him to ultimate? No. I think he might have been able to at least get him low. It actually looks like White Man is just going to go back. I mean, he is regenning quite fast. I'm not too sure if he had to go back or not. He was regenning pretty dang fast, but there comes the stun out from Brand. Can they land it? They do manage to land it slow. There's the knock up front onto Bears. Bears doing the ultimate. It was a pretty good ultimate, but not going to be able to pick up the kill. Meanwhile, down at bottom lane, Crispy C is super low from this. He lands the hook onto Nunu. He did not want to land onto Nunu. Ezreal's going to keep the chase on, but he's not able to focus on the right target. I think he wanted to focus on Blitzcrank a little bit more. But instead he's going to focus on Asian, but he does manage to send him back, which is definitely a good thing, just as good. Well, not just as good, but it's still doing the same thing. Gets him out of lane. No, Cork is actually deciding to stay. This could be bad for him. His Valkyrie is not going to be up yet. Actually, just turning on to 1-2-3. He ignites him. Who's going to be able to pick up the kill? It might just be a trade here. The ignite, one more tick, should be able to pick up the kill. No, Little Asian going to survive with only 10 health. Little Asian going to be coming out ahead in that exchange beautifully. Felt like it was a little bit lucky, but he knew his damage. All was all calculated. Corky, master mathematician, can easily just figure all these things out. And wow, Hiyori is just completely just making sure Trinimir can't farm it. That's what Trinimir wants to do. Meanwhile, back in the middle, looks like Cassidy is level 6 now, obviously. But I mean, he's able to kind of get in there. He's winning in CS now. He's able to push around Brand completely, because that's what Cassidy does, and probably wants to start pushing lanes. It's definitely the blue buff is going to help him do that. It's going to help him start just pushing his lane, start looking for ganks across the map, and that's definitely what he's going to be wanting to do. You see 7Hawk just kind of trying to freeze the lane here, doing a good job there, helping keep their lane here, but we're looking like we're going to be seeing a gank from Cassidy, and they really don't see him with the ward. That's a beautiful thing about Cassidy, is that he's able to just completely just sneak around stuff. There's the exhaust. He's going to blink over. He knows where 1-2-3 wanted to go. There's the hook back on Ezreal. Able to pick up that kill. Crispy C might be next, but no, they just don't have the man to do it. That was a beautiful play by PvP. I really like that. Blinking to where he knew Ezreal was going to go. He knew he was going to arcane shift, and just played it beautifully by blinking to where he was going to go. Making sure he got full damage onto that. The exhaust was there. It was just a beautiful gank. Jumping over that wall, just getting it completely. We just were not expecting it at all. Just massively played. Actually landing the hook on a Crispy SC. He gets put pretty dang low. There's the Gatling gun, able to pick up the kill. Man, Crispy SC kind of letting it go there. I mean, he didn't need to get that close. He just needed to go back. He was already super low. He knew that the enemy lane was really strong, and again, he just didn't need to be that far up. And it looks like PvP and Korean are just going to start pushing onto this lane here, because there's no opposition. Nunu's going to show up, but they're just going to turn onto him. Look at all that damage coming out here. Can they pick it up thanks to red buff? No, they can't. And SoKorean actually going to go down in exchange. They just needed one more auto attack on him, and he would have gone down. But instead, they're not able to pick it up. And it looks like PvP kind of looking for the kill here. He's going to ult over. Not going to find anybody, though. But now they know that he's there. There's not really much they can do to stop him, though. Given that he's cast and he's able to just run everywhere. I really think he should clear those wraiths just due to the fact that someone else will clear them, and he should just get all the gold for it. But instead, he's just going to turn in. He's jumping onto Bears, doing what he can. Oh, man, Bear's missing a key stun there. Not going to let it go. Little Asian could be in trouble, though. He needs in a 2v1 situation. But, wow, Ezreal just doesn't do too much damage. And Corki does have him out-leveled like by 1 level. So his Foster Spawn doing quite a bit. But up top, looks like Tryndamere and Irelia are going back at it yet again. Meanwhile, back in middle, the ults are coming out onto PvP. That just does not do much damage at all. And PvP is just going to get out of there, no problem, but Nunu is coming. Can Nunu do anything about this? Not really. Caston's just able to blink around completely. Not really have to worry about anything at all. But meanwhile, down at bottom lane, they are turning onto Ezreal and to Gangplank. He's landing to land the hook on Ezreal. There comes the GP ult out to slow them down. Nunu is here as well to try and get there. Can he land the ultimate? He's going to ultimate there, so they're going to be turning on to 7Hawk. 7Hawk is going to be forced to run out of it back towards the enemy team. But Brand's coming up here as well. He might be able to pick up his kill on the Little Agent. Little Agent knows this. He's going to try and do what he can. But 7Hawk is a 4v2. A very nice gank from that. 7Hawk think's going to try and make sure that they don't get max assist. And they don't. Brand not getting an assist on that kill. So doing what he can to try and mitigate gold. And we'll back in middle lane, PvP and Korean are going to try and push down this tower, trying to make it somehow worth their while in the long run. But PvP taking quite a bit of damage from the minions, has to get out of there. But Korean should be able to pick up that tower. And meanwhile, Tryndamere is going to start pushing up this tower on top lane as well. He definitely needs this gold. This gold is going to help him out in the long run, as he is just so immensely far behind right now that he just needs all he can get. He's only sitting on an average blade. You actually look at the gold count between him, 2,800 to 3,500. And he definitely needs to get that gold. He's actually going to be heading back now. And Jarvan actually coming down looking for a gank as well. He has the red buff. He might be able to pick up his kill on Ezreal if he can land it on his blink. There comes the arcane shift. But he's not confident in just using his ultimate, especially with GP there. I don't think he saw GP there. But Caston not coming down for a gank as well. This is definitely what Caston just needs to keep on doing. But instead, he's actually going to run by the ward. No, he's not. He's just going to blink back towards middle. He sees Brand pushing it. Make sure to constantly get that farming experience, and that's definitely what he wants to do. Tryndamere going to come back to lane. Oh, they're actually going to start doing this. It is warded. They have no oracles, no pink ward on it. This is a very risky decision for a red team. He's going to go for the hook, not able to land. They do have a ward in that tri-bush, so they do spot them. Caston is coming down as well. Irelia is coming down to the party as well. Tryndamere needs to make his presence known, or else he's just going to give it up. And let's see, Corki going in there. He's doing what he can. He does quite a bit of damage to Ezreal and onto GP, but Tryndamere's probably just going to be allowed to freely push this. Not able to land the hook. That would have been a key hook there. But it looks like, I think out of this, can red team or blue team take down this dragon here? See Tryndamere just completely pushing top. Oh man, ZPV getting bursted down by Bears, but they're turning onto him. But I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do it. Bears' CC's going to abilities are going to come back up. The ultimate came out, but it's not doing too much. They did stop the dragon attempt, but 7Hawk is going to fall down in return. There comes the ultimate coming out from GP. Korean able to pick up that kill. Corki doing what he can. Korean's barely going to be surviving right now. Bears doing what he can, but Irelia and Ezreal are full health. They're going to totally be able to jump onto Korean here. He's trying to get the smite off. He does manage to get the smite. Can they get the top tower as well? This will make it all completely worth it. They did go 3 for 2 and Dragon. If they can get this Little Asian, just keep on running. Don't worry about it. Tryndamere, try and get that tower as fast as you can. It'll make everything you do worth it. But I'm not sure Corki can stop this here. If he tries to, he will definitely go down. There comes the stun has landed as well. Little Asian gonna go down. I'm not sure why he stayed there. I'm not sure what he was planning to do. Tryndamere doing what he can. Can he take down this tower? Only about a few more auto attacks until he does. Yes, he can take it very easily, and they will give him more global gold. You know, 3 tower. You know, you got 2 kills. You got a dragon. You got a tower. You know, for 4 people, it's an okay exchange. It's not that bad. They are winning in the gold count still, thanks to that. Tryndamere was able to farm quite a bit up top, kind of try and catch back up in CS a little bit. They actually did not lose the blue buff, thankfully. But they were able to get those a couple kills, a dragon, and a tower. So, I mean, it wasn't too bad of an exchange for them. Corki could have gone without that death. That was definitely an unnecessary death by him. He could have easily just kept on poking with his missiles and maybe, you know, kept them from doing it. Kept them from doing the blue buff. just by poking them and just making the threat of them just dying there good enough, because they left the blue buff anyways. They didn't stay there. Cassidy still got it. Finally, they put out a good ward. They knew Cassidy kept jumping over that wall, so they threw down a good ward. Nice ward by the support. Can they even like stop this though? He still managed to push them out of lane, and Ezreal just has pretty much no mana. And you're seeing PvP kind of moving around. Nunu is nearby. They actually might all collapse on him. Brand might be coming in, though. They're going to run into each other. He's going to try and dodge the skill shots. Needs to be careful here. He's going to be able to get out of there. No problem. He is Castlin. That's what his strength is. Hopefully see how White Man's doing up top. He has that Brawler's Glove now. He's got a little bit more crit chance. Going to do a little bit more damage. Going to get that nice sustain. He's able to just easily just Q constantly. And or heal constantly, able to get that, what is it called, Bloodlust. He's actually going to go back right in front of Irelia, and Irelia's just going to turn around and just push this lane. She knows that Tryndamere went back, and so Tryndamere is going to miss out on a lot of damage is going to get put out onto this tower, and just don't go back right in front of somebody. That's not a good idea, unless you're taunting them, or baiting them into something, obviously, but just letting it go. I mean, she could have easily just kind of, she just pushed the lane, denied quite a bit of experience, and then just left, going to go roam, go and do other things. But here comes Jarvan coming in there. There's the Cataclysm. There's the flash out from Ezreal, so he cancels it. He just wanted Ezreal coming out there. Sevenhawk's going to keep on going in. There's the Nunu ultimate on top of the GP ultimate. Korean going to take lots of damage from this. He's getting put super low. He's got to be careful. There's the Pillar Flame, able to pick up the kill. Sevenhawk also going to go down as well. Caston coming in, trying to even up the numbers, but it was a 4v3. And Irelia instead is actually just going to push in this middle tower, and she might actually be able to pick it up here. Unless Castlin can get there in time. They're going to lose one of these towers here. Tryndamere is coming down to try and stop her, but Irelia is just doing it pretty dang fast. Can he get there in time? We'll have to see what he can do here. White Man coming in. Irelia doing quite a bit of damage from this, and she's just going to get out of there. No, she's going to try and finish it, and Tryndamere not doing too much damage to her. Leora is just going to turn around and get the stun, and here comes all that damage out. The Ignite's coming in onto Hiyori. Actually, I think Hiyori actually might be in trouble here. Tryndamere does have his ultimate. Hiyori's got to be super careful here. Hiyori needs to get out of here. Hiyori, run! Run, Hiyori! And Tryndamere's able to pick up that kill, turning onto Cassidon. Looks like Cassidon's able to pick up the kill onto Nunu somehow. There comes the ultimate out from Cassidon. Looks like Corki was managing to get out of there, but Ezreal's coming in as well. Jarvan coming through. He manages to land the knockup onto Ezreal. Ezreal has next to no mana. Blitzcrank is coming in now. He should be able to land this easy hook onto Ezreal. Ezreal's going to go down. Here comes Cassidon, able to pick up the cleanup. The Ignite is on Korean, but I don't think it's going to be enough. No, one more tick and we'll kill him. Brand able to pick up the kill thanks to his Ignite and his cleanup kill. With Ignite and his, what's it called? What's his passive called? What's his passive called? Blaze. He's able to pick up the kill, Blaze. I knew what it's called. Don't worry. Don't worry. I had it. But man, what a nice job there by both of them. They're also going to be able to pick up this tower completely, get some more global gold for their team, and the gold count is pretty dang close right here. But this will extend their gold count immensely. Well, not immensely, but you know what I mean. They'll get the gold lead by, 1k, 7k, whatever, 700, something, whatever. It doesn't matter. Irelia now has that Trinity Force down. Is she going to try and go for the classic GA build on her? When she did die to Tryndamere, she can't really 1v1 Tryndamere anymore, especially when she took so much damage from that. She took a lot of damage early. She did get the tower for it, but in the long run, I feel like it was not worth it. I mean, you're helping Tryndamere just get back into this game. He was out of it before, but now he's got that Phantom Dancer. He's going to be able to get the chase on. He's going to have quite a bit of attack speed and quite a bit of critical strike chance and damage, and he could be a considerable threat now to the team, and fed Tryndamere into something that you just don't like. Tryndamere does have a very weak laning phase right now, especially in this meta. He used to have a really strong laning phase. Caston actually catching Crispy SC out with Corki. Crispy SC not going to be able to survive this. He's going to go down. No problem. Can they turn this on to Ezreal? You see PvP kind of wanting to, but he's not really able to. Brandon Nunu are coming down as well. Make sure they don't get anything out of this. PvP kind of playing a dangerous game here. He may be Cassidon, but I'm not sure if he can do this. Meanwhile, IRL and Hiyori, you're also taking minions. This isn't a good idea. You cannot do this. Hiyori, his ultimate is up, and Hiyori, you're just going to go down again. I'm not sure what that was. He did use his ultimate, but Hiyori, you did go down, kind of a stupid death. Meanwhile, back down in the middle lane, they are taking down Brand again. PvP able to do so much damage. Korean looking quite strong with that Phage and that Chain Vest. doing quite a bit of damage as well. His passive does help quite a bit with that, and they're going to be able to pick up their second dragon of the game. Actually, yeah, their second dragon. They got the first one thanks to Jarvan's awesome smite, thanks to them taking out that person. And looks like White Man's also going to be able to take down this no problem. He might go down here, but I mean, they did get the dragon. They got a tower for this, and this is going to be considerably worth it here. He is doing what he can, but he's just not going to be able to get out of here. He is delaying people, though. But, I mean, that is a decent trade right there. There's no problem at all. Tryndamere is happy to take that. He likes that tower. He likes that gold, because anytime that Tryndamere is getting at, like, catching up, he's catching up all this time. And if you look at the gold count, he's now 6,600. He's actually ahead of Irelia now, so now he's technically ahead thanks to all of those things. I mean, he kept them off of Dragon. He got a tower for them as well. So I mean, that was a lot of global gold right there for the whole team. So it was definitely a good trade for his death right there. So definitely a decent trade-off for Tryndamere. Let's see what blue team can do. I mean, if GP can start getting some more items, he can be a considerable threat. But, I mean, support GP, he's good for that snowballing laning phase, but they just didn't really do much there in the laning phase. I mean, they got the first blood. I mean, they kept Asian out of there, but they just were not really able to do much. Actually, they didn't even get first blood. They just kept little Asian out of lane for a little bit. But then the nice counter ganks by Jarvan would just turn that around completely. The nice ganks by Kassadin just made sure that that killing was just completely shut down. Because that's the whole point, you know, really, to keep Corki away from the CS, to make sure he can't get that farm and just really snowball super hard against them. And they just were not able to do that at all. Jarvan now sitting on there with that Oracles. He's getting so much map control with this. So, I mean, they're just extending their lead so hard thanks to that Oracles. We're just seeing pings coming everywhere. Blue team's so scared that they're doing it, and Irelia is going to run straight into a Tryndamere. I'm not sure why Tryndamere is scared. Tryndamere knows that he can take her. Manages to land the slow. Here comes PvP. Able to land that slow. Is he going to keep the chase on? There comes the ultimate out. Hiyori definitely going to fall down here. Brand's coming in as well. There comes the ultimate onto him. There's a Cataclysm forcing the flash out of Bears. Bears going to turn around onto them, trying to land the stun. Here comes the Ezreal ultimate coming out as well. PvP is super low. He can only pick up assassinations, but that is okay. That's what he wants to do. And Tryndamere kind of zoning people out. He's going to turn around, go straight for Ezreal. Kassadin doing what he can. Bears is going to use his Zonias. Kassadin coming in finally for a little bit of damage, then he's going to flash out of there. They force Crispy SC to get out of there. This might be GG, though. I mean, they don't really have any damage to deal with it. Sevenhawk trying to get what he can, etc. is now a little out of position here. You see Kassadin trying to do what he can. They throw the ward over so they get the vision onto Kassadin. But, I mean, they could try and do a Baron here. No, I think they could try and do a Baron here. What are they doing? They can easily do a Baron here. They're not going to do the Baron. They could have easily done a Baron. They have Tryndamere. Tryndamere can easily sustain off of that. I mean, actually, it has no life still. Maybe they're right. I think they could have done it. I think they had the damage. Corki does quite a bit of damage. Kassadin does quite a bit of damage. But I guess I just want to play it safe, bait another fight, and then go in for the Baron. I mean, they are already stronger. Tryndamere did not really use much. He didn't even have to ultimate at all. Kassadin still has that blue buff. He's still looking to get stronger. Blitzcrank still. Everyone still pretty much has everything they have. And Jarvan shouldn't even have his Cataclysm here. Corki is not here at the fight, though. Blitzcrank's going to be able to pull Nunu in, but I'm not sure if that's a good idea right now, considering they just have nobody there. They're turning on to Sevenhawk as best they can. Jarvan knocking people up. He is just tanking all of this damage here. Kassadin's going to be coming in. He's going to be doing quite a bit of damage on the Bears. Bears is forced out of this fight. He's coming back in now. There comes the Ezreal ultimate, only laying on to Sevenhawk. Sevenhawk's going to pull Nunu over. He's going to be out of this fight. Tryndamere coming into this fight finally. He's going to be able to jump in. Corki doing what he can to do damage. Hiyori's going to jump on him, making sure he can't do what he wants. SoKorean's forced out of the fight as well. Bears is going to go down to Ignite. Ezreal's going to be able to pick up the kill onto Kassadin. Tryndamare's coming in. He was able to knock Irelia out of the fight, taking up GP as well, and looks like Ezreal is going to be the last one to survive, but there is the mocking shout able to be landed on him, and they're going to be able to pick up that triple kill, and now you have a fed Tryndamere on your hands. Nunu, the only one able to survive that fight. He did get out of there, but this is definitely going to be at least 2 towers here, maybe even an inhibitor if they can do it fast enough, and they are doing it pretty dang fast. They might be able to get this inhibitor off of this if they can push this down fast enough. They definitely have the damage. There they go. Nunu, can you stop this? They manages to dodge the hook. Korean is super low, not going to be able to kick the kill with the Ice Blast. But they're going to be turning on to that. Now they're going to forget about the inhibitor. They have 4 people up. Definitely just want to let it go. White Man, I'm not sure why you're back in there, bro. White Man, run. Run, White Man. White Man, run. My man's going to get out of there. They are pretty dang fast. They are fast enough. Wow, Brand is actually pretty dang fast. He's going to hook and knock him back. I'm not sure, 7 Honk, that was the best decision. You have the Oracles. Who cares about your carry? He's going to go down here to the Blaze, and he falls. I'm not sure if that was the best decision for you, 7 Honk. You have that Oracles. Little Asian was probably fine. He even turned around to try and save yourself. Little Asian might go down as well. Ezreal able to pick up the shutdown with his ultimate. They're turning on to Cassidy. This actually could be a Baron for blue team. Red team stayed around a little bit too long. They backed in a stupid place. You don't just go back in the lane where everybody can see you. That's awfully dumb. I'm talking to you, white man. You don't do that. I'm not sure if they can stop this. You see Cassidy, he might want to go try and go for a backdoor here on this inhibitor while they try and do Baron. That way they get something out of it at least. I'm not sure if Tryndamere can really do much to stop this. See if Jarvan can get a nice smite still. Not able to get it. He's going to probably go down here and super quickly. He does his Cataclysm, trying to beat people there. Cassidy is doing what he can to that inhibitor. He might be able to get it. Looks like he will be able to. You see Brand going back as fast as he can. Looks like Irelia already made it back. Oh man, it's going to be close. Ezreal's coming in from behind. It's going to sandwich him. They're going to be able to pick up this inhibitor, but it's going to cost him his life in the long run. Here comes Cassidy. Here comes Ezreal. He's doing what he can. There comes the ultimate out from everybody. No, he's not able to get out of there. He just had like a half a second left before he could blink over that wall, but Ezreal still had his Arcane Shift, or he would have had his Flash Arcane Shift. He would have had plenty of chasing power on Ezreal. So red team going to do what they can, going to take down this dragon. This is a very close game, lots of back and forth action. Blue team now having the Baron. They did lose an inhibitor for it, but that Baron is so huge right now. They were able to pick up a couple kills with it. And then let's see if they can utilize it. The hero right now with that GA might be able to take down Tryndamere, but Tryndamere now with that Infinity Edge, going to be looking to do some serious amounts of damage. Now he probably just wants to start building a little bit tanky. He wants to be able to deal with all that damage that Brand and Ezreal are dishing out, and they need to be careful about it. Brand is definitely dishing out quite a bit of damage. There's the hook onto Lee Hiyori. Not too sure if you want to do this or not. This is not a fight right now that you want to be fighting. White man's getting out of there. Did he just ult? He did not just ult, thank God. I thought he ulted. But they are able to all get out of that fight. Nobody going down. I don't think any summoners were used at all. Was Cataclysm used? I don't see his cooldown. No, it looks like it's just about to be off cooldown. Thought it was whatever. You know what I mean. But no, looks like no summoners were used. Actually, it looks like maybe Ghost was used on Tryndamere. But other than that, no summoners used on the rest of everybody else. I mean, Tryndamere not having that Ghost, that's a pretty big deal. He's not going to be able to get the super chase that he wants onto blue team, onto the carries. And that's really going to kind of affect this next team fight, especially with the fact that blue team has the Baron. Blitzcrank just laughing out loud as we look at items, since it's a little slow right now. Sienna really getting that typical Trinity Force Guardian Angel build, getting that Tally because she was going up against that Tryndamere. Tryndamere with IEPD, he definitely likes that based off that critical damage. Amber's Blade has that gold for 10, that Ninja Tally since he was going up against Irelia, but it looks like we might see a fight here pretty soon. I'm going to try and finish this up. Nunu with the Frozen Heart going to definitely help with Tryndamere and Corki. Definitely a good buy on him. And Jarvan even auto-attacks as well. Jarvan getting pretty dang tanky with that Phage and Randuin's. Brand with the Zhonya's Deathfire Grasp with awesome items count. Oh man, can he get a stun out? He manages to get a stun onto... He got a stun onto somebody, but oh man, they managing to hook in the gangplank. Here comes Cataclysm coming out, all the damage coming out. Korean taking so much. White man forced to use his ultimate. Zeev PvP is taking so much damage from this as well. Corki able to pick up the kill on GP. Nunu goes down to Cassidy. Here comes the Ezreal able to pick up the kill on the Trimmer. 7 knocking up Hiyori under tower. He is taking the tower, so the tower is going to be able to pick up that kill. No, he's not. They turn around and knock up Ezreal. Can they pick up the kill? Corki turning around with the Cassidy burst, able to pick up that kill. Bear's still alive though. Lee Hiyori still has his GA to proc, but I'm not sure if they can really do anything. If Cassidy can get in there to assassinate somebody, it will be huge. He might be trying to stack those Rift Walks. No, he's not. Corki coming in though, jumping onto Brand. Brand's going to be able to trade with him, pick up that kill. Irelia is the last one left for blue team, and they have the Baron buff. Just not a good fight for them at all. That fight just went everywhere. I think we should go back and look at that fight actually, really quickly. Alright, so we see here red team just kind of just setting up here. I mean, Blitzcrank is going to land a very nice hook onto GP in just a second. Let me just speed it up until I get there. So Blitzcrank, here it comes. It's like right here. Blitzcrank coming. CrisPSC getting a little too close. He's going to get hooked. This is going to force the engagement from Blue Team. They did not want to engage. Cataclysm going to come out, going to lock 3 people down. There comes the Noon ultimate, but it's immediately silenced by Blitzcrank. SoKorean just gets bursted down. He's forced to run the GP ultimate, and that's going to be enough to take him out. Kassadin getting ignited. He takes out Noon before going down, though. White Man IRL is super low. You see Irelia chasing on to PvP, but he's able to get completely out of the fight. Ezreal with the amazing ultimate, going to be able to pick up the kill onto White Man. Li Hoi, he's under the tower. He's jumping onto Little Asian. 7Hawk with a nice knock-up on there to save his life. They turn around, trying to get the burst onto him. The red buff is now ticking, slowing him under tower. He's forced to flash. Blitzcrank with a nice hook on Ezreal, who is trying to dive onto Asian. He comes in, still trying to pick up the kill. There comes the silence and the slow, just bursting him down completely. And that was a nice fight for Red Team. And then in comes Corki, going in for the 1-for-1 trade on that. But he doesn't end up getting rid of that red buff. Unfortunately, I really did not take it. Little Asian, I think he kind of underestimated the burst that was going to come out from Bears. But they did manage to trade the kills. I mean, Grant did come out ahead in that trade. He got 66 more gold than Corki did. But again, a decent amount of trade, and they still came out ahead as a 4-for-3 exchange in the long run. And definitely in favor of Red Team. I was just going to speed this up, try and catch back up to where we were at. I'm going to find those raids. That Baron buff. Who still has Baron buff? Irelia just ran out, so that should be up in about another minute or so. The Baron buff. And Kassadin actually looks like he's looking for blood here. Trinimer's coming in as well. If he can land this slow, I'm not sure what he's waiting for. He's just going to let it go. I mean, they could have tried something. They probably could have forced a summoner out of him very easily. They could have landed that slow. Trinimer could have followed up with a mocking shout, but I guess they just had no vision on anybody else. They did not want to risk it, so they're just going to let it go. Kassadin coming middle now. He's doing what assassins need to do. They just need to wait out, waiting for somebody to get low enough, and then come in, just kill them, and then get out. That's definitely what people like to do. Kassadin likes to burst people down. That's the whole point of Kassadin, is just coming out unexpectedly, being a super big nuisance to people, and just annihilating the opposition. That's what he's all about. But it looks like instead they're just going to come down, backdoor this tower. Trinimer, no, they're all actually here. So they're just going to easily backdoor this tower. They have the damage. Corki deciding that Golem is a little bit more important than taking on a tower. SoKorean, not going to be happy about that. He took a little bit more damage than he probably wanted to, but whatever. He can just go lifesteal off of it. Easily go heal off of creeps. He's got the regen. He's okay. He's got the regen. He should have the regen. But I mean, they are in a prime opportunity. There's the wards, those dangerous wards. Then his inhibitor is open. I'm not sure they're pinging new Blitzcrank back. I mean, Blitzcrank can easily just hook somebody over. They don't even want to get near Blitzcrank. They have no idea where anybody else is. They can only see on the other side. But they probably want to go for this open inhibitor. You see Ezreal kind of pushing back the top wave. Blue buff has now spawned, so they're probably going to go get that. Definitely going to help Corki out a lot. Maybe even give it to Kassadin. Kassadin also kind of likes that. Probably, yeah, they're going to give it to Kassadin instead. Kassadin doesn't already has one left. Definitely give that to Corki. Corki definitely likes that cooldown reduction. More frost bombs, more missiles. Definitely always a plus. Definitely a plus. But looks like Trinimer actually heading back. He's going to pick up another pickaxe and try and do what he can. Kassadin's just going to throw that down, and blue team is just forced to sit in their base. They cannot step out. They have no coverage of the map. They have no vision, no map control whatsoever. It's just going to be so hard for them to really do much. As I'm just going to kind of keep on the fast forward until I get as far as I can. And it looks like the game will be ending in the next couple minutes here. As we can see, thanks to time zone, blue team looks like they want to be making their last final push here. We actually don't know who could be winning this game, because if anybody aces anybody, it could spell game over. Baron is now up. This could be the final fight here at Baron here. They are 33 minutes into this game. The respawn timers are going to be decently long. They're going to be sitting in this brush. Oh no, they are split. They are split super hard right now. Ezreal is forced to arcane shift over the wall. GP is now not in this fight. He's trying to do what he can. They managed to get a little bit of poke onto that, but Blitzcrank is there. They're getting a lot of damage on it, etc. Irelia is engaging onto Corki. Jarvan's going to come in and jump onto Ezreal and Brand. Tryndamere is coming in as well. This split is horrible. Tryndamere is going to be able to pick up this kill onto Ezreal, who's turning around the Bears, and just look at that damage. He's able to pick up the double kill. He might be able to pick up this triple kill. He manages to pick up the triple kill. Cassidy's going to pick up the kill onto Nunu. He's turning onto GP. Irelia is going to get her GA pop. There's a double kill for Cassidy. GP is going to fall down, and there's the ace, and that is going to be GG. They can easily go and end it here. They have all the damage they need. Tryndamere looks like he did go down in the end. Not too sure who killed him, but he did go down. A 4-for-1 exchange, a 5-for-1 exchange, and they can easily go and end this unless the surrender vote does come out. But wow, what a nice game. It is completely back and forth there at the beginning. The Corki doing a good job against the GP support. I mean, that comeback from bottom lane was definitely very good. 7hot kind of taking a lot of tower, but whatever. Just gonna let it go, get over it as they take down this game. And I'm definitely gonna give this game to Korean. I mean, Jarvan did such a good job with his ganks. Like, I felt like bot lane, Corki did also like pretty dang good. You know, down at bottom lane, like he got put down super low. But I mean, thanks to PvP and Korean's ganks down there, like they just immediately were able to like turn that lane around completely. They were just, it was definitely good. So I feel like I want to give this game, you know, this game to SoKorean. He made the plays in the lanes that really helped out everybody. He's 2-9-21, but again, stats don't speak the game at all. Corki needed help, and Jarvan and Cassidy came down to help. They came down, even that lane out, and let's just go actually look at that really quick. I want to look at that again. As we see, like, Corki just came back to lane. Like, Corki has just now come back to lane. Jarvan knows he needs to get a gank down there. Alright, he knows that they need this. Little Asian gets put down so insanely low. Again, he's put down to 100 health. And Jarvan's going to come in, he's going to knock him back, making sure that he can get the farm onto him. Blitzcrank's going to land an amazing hook on Ezreal, forcing so much out of them. And they're going to turn around onto Crispy C, forcing the flash out of him as well. And that was such a key play right here. And then they followed up with this. See, Ezreal just getting too overly aggressive. He thinks that Jarvan has gone back. He was not expecting this. And you see him check that bush. Like, he knows that 7hot can easily just kind of run around. He took Arcane Shift second, but once Blitzcrank hit level 2, they knew. They knew that they could go in. There's a nice knockup coming in. There's the second knockup, and that's all she's going to pretty much write for Ezreal. There is Blitzcrank picking up that kill. They're turning around and giving Corki that kill on the bottom lane. And that was just the play of the game. That turned everything around right there. Corki was just completely in control of his lane at that point. And once Cassidy hit 6, it was just game over. So, I mean, good job by them, and good job, SoKorean. You got my vote for this game. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys comment, subscribe. I always cast my games live on twitch.tv/JKThePlague. So, if you want to go watch them live, go follow me there on Twitch. And thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.